Some celebrations call for a day, others a week. Well, how about a whole month? This month, we want you to join us in the celebration of 40 years on the air with our very own Frank Malloy. Marvin James kicks things off with a look at how Frank got his start in sports. Hey, Marv.
Quite the honor. Now, the year was 1982. The Georgia Bulldogs were still in the national championship hangover mode. The Cardinals were World Series champions, and Showtime was the talk of the NBA. And then there was the start of the Francis Xavier Malloy era here at 13 WMAZ, a career that would impact not only his co-workers here at the station, but the coaches and players, and of course, you, the fans, all across Central Georgia. When Frank Malloy arrived in Central Georgia from Columbus to continue his career in sports journalism, little did he know, just a few months apart, so would his doppelganger and soon-to-be personal and professional friend.
Somehow, I guess because we came into town at the same time, people get me confused with Frank. And they'll come up to me and say, well, aren't you supposed to be on the news tonight, or whatever the case may be.
Frank's twin turned out to be 11-time state championship coach Barney Hester. Over the years, while accumulating more than 330 wins on the gridiron, Frank and Barney, as well as their families, grew close and a mutual respect forever bonded.
Football Friday nights in Middle Georgia is Frank Malloy. I mean, bottom line, still is, even though he's out of sports, except on Friday nights during football season. You know, he is synonymous with football in Middle Georgia.
It's not just coaches impacted by the man we affectionately call the GOAT. Frank covered generations of players, including former Southwest Macon quarterback Joe Dupree. He started at UGA and Georgia Southern before he returned home to become the head coach at his alma mater. Dupree says Frank has always been there.
Back then, when I was playing, you know, you thought you have arrived. When Channel 13 showed up and Frank Malloy showed up, you knew it was time for you to put on the show and have a great game, because you knew at 11 o'clock it was going to be on the news and he was going to have great coverage. And he's just been a complete joy to be interviewed by. He's just a tremendous blessing to the city of Macon.
From the field to the office, the relationships were just as strong. Frank's first hire after a month on the job as sports director was a young Mercer grad named Brad Bibb. He knew all about sports as a former student athlete, but lacked the know-how of the TV biz.
Frank kind of took me under his wing, and I had to learn how to edit and write and shoot, and, you know, all the one-man band stuff you have to do. So, but we got along great. He was very helpful, encouraging, getting me started.
And for 13 years, Frank and Brad tag team sports, from the Braves World Series trips to football Friday nights. An experienced Bibb says he will always cherish and respect Frank for continuing to carry the load.
It's not a normal working environment as far as what everybody else does. So for him to have done this for 40 years, I mean, my hat's off to him, because there's no way I could have done it. As much fun as you have meeting people, but those hours are rigorous, and you know, like I said, I tip my hat to him for being able to stay in it this long.
Now, I too share those same sentiments and make sure I stay on script from this gentleman being both a colleague and a fan. Now, during my time of 23 years working at the station, Frank has been the example both on and off camera. He's been there for me and my family through our highs and our lows, and I salute you, sir, straight from the heart.